Late night glow from the laptop screen. Old fights roll like a memory. We break down every hold, every heartache. Heroes fall, then they rise again. We feel the bruise behind the glory. We live for every comeback story. From the indie halls to the Titans ring. We hear the crowd roar. We feel everything. Oh yeah, this is the value of wrestling, where the broken keep on pressing. Every scar, every chant, every blessing. We are contenders and not pretenders. We keep the flame alive forever. On the mic, in the ring, we're confessing. This is the value of wrestling. We talk dreams that were almost lost. Blood and time, what it really cost. Laugh about the road, cry for the gone. But in every tale, the fight lives on. We call the truth behind the curtain. Every doubt that once felt certain. From the rookie hope to the aging king, we raise the names high. We let them sing. This is the value of wrestling, where the broken keep on pressing. Every scar, every tear, every blessing.
You didn't know? Well, you better, because ladies and gentlemen, we're live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok, and we are right here with your weekly Roundup podcast, where we talk about everything going on in the world of professional wrestling. I'm the big time YouTube Boulder, along with the big man, the one, the only, Mr. Z, El Jefe himself. Welcome back, sir. How you doing?
Solid. First and foremost, happy birthday, little Z. I know he's eating dinner right now, but if he sees us later, happy birthday. Little Z is officially 14, and I'm waiting for the heel turn.
I thought that already happened.
No, that's going to happen eventually.
I thought he was already trying to set you up for that heel turn. When he lined himself with Marty.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no,
hey,
he's there. He's there. He's got the attitude. It's going to happen soon.
we are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. So if you're on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. If you're live on TikTok, we are here. Join us. Say hi. Join in the conversation. Join in the chat. We're going to talk about a lot of things in professional wrestling this week, and it looks like YouTube's already okay. YouTube's going to go a little slow today. YouTube's going to give me a little bit of a hassle. It's going to give me a little bit of a conundrum here. Let's see. Not too bad. It's going to pick up. It'll be okay. It'll be pretty. We'll get there. Anywho, let's talk about the big thing that's still kind of a conversationalist, and I want to make it clear that we talked about this, I believe, on Friday. The OVW incident where the referee was knocked out and his name just slipped my mind, which really sucks. God, why does his name slip my mind? But anywho, I know I wasn't as, I know a lot of people were just like, these people need to be fired. They need to be removed. They shouldn't be doing any of this. And I read a lot of people's different comments and heard from different people that we could read, and different opinions and ideas. And I'm not condoning what happened in the ring. I'm saying that, what happened in the ring was a horrible accident. It shouldn't have happened. We should have had things in place. And part of what came out from Al Snow and others was that, you know, the referee is generally the person in the ring who's checking on somebody and the communicating piece. But unfortunately, it's the
Yeah.
referee that suffered a severe injury in the match, and nobody knew how to react. I think the wrestlers initially, you know, they were trying to continue the match. Maybe they should have taken the match outside. But yeah, there was missing pieces. I'm not saying that this was perfect, that this couldn't have been done better, that you know, certain elements needed to be in place to protect this type of situation from happening. You know, or there should have been other referees that came out and acknowledged, hey, something was wrong. Somebody needed to jump and go, this doesn't look right. You know, and we talked about SPW last year and the match that went down, and I do want to clarify that when the initial injury happened, the match did kind of stop. People were checking, and then it was kind of, you know, they were trying to keep the match on the outside and distracting from what was going on inside the ring, to, you know, give something because it's in a live audience. But I think, again, a big piece of this is, you know, a learning experience. It's unfortunate it took this, but, you know, hopefully people can learn, and we can all learn, and independent wrestling and all wrestling can learn. We need to have better protocols, better things, that certain people need to be in place, so incidents like this, when they happen, they can be addressed, taken care of, dealt with, you know, immediately, and not so long that this situation goes on, because, you know, it is a situation. I don't think the gentleman that moved the referee, I believe his name was Tony Evans, he even came out and said that normally when this referee he's worked with before has gone out, he's been dead weight. So I don't think Tony Evans knew anything was different in that moment when he was trying to push him out of the side. And again, people say he kicked him. I'm like, he gave him a little tap. There's a difference between, at least in my opinion, what a kick is. Somebody kicking you is like kicking you.
His reaction with the foot, and like everyone said, they kicked him, and like you said, no, he didn't kick him. He did what anyone else would have done to check on the ref. Hey, you good? Just to make sure. That's what I took it as.
Yeah.
Like, wake up. Like,
so we're not going to say this was all done perfectly or absolutely the best way it should have been. Yes, hopefully they can use this as a teaching moment, learn, adapt, grow, and get better. And that's the element. Let's hope that everybody across the board can see this and think about it and come back and make changes to make this better. But you know, I've been there in a wrestling match at an independent show where a serious injury happened. The people did what they could, and it took a few minutes before everybody kind of registered what was going on, and medical aid was rendered because there was a moment. There was a lot of people in the ring. This was a multi-person match. I believe this was 4-on-4. So there was a lot of bodies in the ring. So I don't know if the people in the back could exactly see what was going on in the ring. So therefore, it may have taken a little longer to go, oh, wait, we have something serious going on. And so communication and a lot of other things in that.
Well, and I want to, and I want to clarify. I don't know if every promotion does this, but I know the handful that we've worked with do this. They have a monitor in the back where they can see what's going on. Not every promotion has that monitor in the back, so that could be the other thing too. There was no one in the back to really say, "Hey, look, something looks off."
Well,
go take care of it.
If you're a TV show, you should be able to have your monitors back. There's got to be a grill position. Even if you're on YouTube, there still should have been somebody. But again, I kind of understand this, the idea that usually the ref's the one that communicates somebody's hurt, but in this case, the ref was hurt. And they needed another pair of eyes to go, oh, wait a minute, we need to do something. Something ain't right here in the back. Something needed to register. There was a misstep. I don't think this is an all end all be all, like everybody should be fired. That the crap storm that has come down on people, I think is a little drastic. I think it's just it's a learning lesson. It's a sad way to get here, but hopefully this opens a lot of people's eyes to maybe taking extra precautions, being extra safe, having some extra training, some basic medical training to understand when somebody's in a serious incident. I mean, I don't want to harp on this. If somebody who has experience jumps in on this, wants to talk about it, we'd love to discuss that in detail from an opinion. You know, of somebody who's ref matches, or is a booker or part of a organization that can kind of give an inside input. Again, you know, I'm willing to admit that I may be wrong if somebody comes at me and goes, "No, this is blah 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 blah," and go, "Oh, okay," but I feel the real anger, the vitamin. All these people should be this. hostility is a little more than needed to be. I think, you know, it's a tragic incident. I'm not going to take that away. It shouldn't have happened, but we can't
Right.
control everything in a wrestling ring sometimes. So we have to be able to, you know, understand how to deal with and focus moving forward to make
Yeah.
things better. And I think that's what we have here.
Yeah. No, you just like you said, like this is. I really hope this is more of a, like you said, it was a very, very rough accident, and it should be used as a learning tool for, like you said, better training with some, like you said, if you train a handful of guys to be just in first aid, just so they have a good eye on it, it would be solid.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, coming out of SPW after that incident in SPW, they took time out to learn some basic things about CPR, you know, first aid, some basic ideas and how to react to maybe a situation like that. And I think that's just critical that we push all companies that may be on a smaller scale that don't have all the big medics and doctors and all these people to, you know, go out and at least have somebody who's well trained, who knows what to do, that is, you know, there to come in and take care of that, even if they're just that. Because I know somebody said that, you know, not every independent company can hire a, you know, a medical person to be on standby. I mean, it costs money and can cost a lot of money. So it's like, you know, if somebody could go and get the basic training to say, hey, there's something like majorly wrong with what's going on here, or somebody who would acknowledge, you know, this is an issue, we need to address it. I think, you know, it did take a long time before somebody addressed what was going on with the referee, but I don't know if you can necessarily blame the boys as hardcore who are in the ring trying to have a match, you know, and from what I've read and kind of understood, this referee sells in a way that they may, and I'm not saying it's right, they may have thought he was selling until, I mean, I get once his body killed over and you could see the seizure that, you know, something should have gone, hey, but again, it's wrestling. It's wrestling. You know, stuff happens. And all we can do is learn and get better.
This is pro wrestling, folks, not ballet. We've all heard it before. Accidents happen, period. And I just want to leave it at that. There's no right or wrong. There's the ones that are calling for the heads of everybody. There's no need for that. Let the company do what they have to do to sort things out, and like we said, maybe better train some of these guys at least in first aid, basic first aid.
Yes. But that's that, and I think, you know, we know that there's issues. We've seen issues. I'd love to hear some other people's opinions and thoughts just to get an understanding. I mean, I'm not saying the people who are calling for heads are completely just wrong. I just don't look at it in that perception of like that there was such negligence. I don't think the wrestlers were being negligent. I don't think it registered how severe the issue was in that very moment.
Exactly.
I mean, until you can put yourself in that ring in the moment and be in a position where your mind's like you're adrenaline, the intensity is going. I mean, I don't know, you know, it's hard to say. I don't know how many people put in that same situation would react differently. You know, people can say they might, but again, unless you're actually in that, it's hard to say.
Yeah. Well, like you said, until we can figure out if we can get somebody to give us their 2 cents, i.e., you know, a booker we know, or even some of the refs. If any of the referees out there have your 2 cents, kind of help with clarify what do's and don'ts happen in there, we'd appreciate it.
So AEW is having a pay-per-view right now, or
it's right now.
AEW is having a pay-per-view, whatever pay-per-view it is. I don't know what pay-per-view it is. I haven't paid much attention to AEW in detail to even know what pay-per-view they're doing. I just know everybody seems to be returning from injury. This pay-per-view, I heard Edge and Christian return, and hell, the world should be happy. Timeless Tony Storm got attacked by Ronda Rousey. I think I hear crickets. I
don't even hear that. That's how bad it is.
So Ronda Rousey.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Do I have one? I know I have one. Where's my cricket? Here it goes.
Oh, no sound. But yeah, no. Ronda Rousey is now in. Looks like she's in AEW now.
Well, I mean, she should be happy. I mean, she's there with her other good friend, you know. So it's all good.
Stop that. Why do we do it? Okay. Whoa, how did we get over here? Yeah. Okay, something went wrong all of a sudden. I was trying to find something. That was not what I wanted to do.
Her and Roddy's wife are going to tag team. Watch, since they have tag titles now.
Oh, what fun. What fun.
I don't know. Mrs. Z might be excited Ronda Rousey is back. So you know, folks, that's not a PG gesture over here for that one, so you know.
Don't get yourself in trouble, sir. I don't want to hear, you know, you wind up in a situation, you know.
Steel chair.
Mrs. Z might take the steel chair. It won't be little Z with the heel turn. It'll be Mrs. Z with the heel turn.
Oh, she's been waiting for it. It's been brewing for about 9 years now.
You keep pushing the buttons, and we keep getting there. But yeah, AEW Revolution's going on. It looks like a lot of people are returning. Of course, the only person who doesn't look like they're making the return tonight would be Jay White. Where's your buddies at Switchblade at?
At home, enjoying life, getting paid for it.
He posted back on the 15th of, oh, this was posted on the 15th today, I guess. Yeah. He's okay and ready.
So, and nothing.
Nothing that I've heard of. So, I mean, it's up in the air. So we're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out when it comes to that. But AEW doing their thing.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega makes his return tonight. I believe Will Ospreay made his return tonight. Edge and Christian made their return tonight. Ronda Rousey's there. So AEW trying to pull out everything they can to get people to watch, I guess.
I'll give you one better. And I seen this on Twitter the other day, and it made me laugh. But there was AEW fans, the fans that don't like us, that were bragging that AEW has beaten NXT in the ratings for like the last 6 weeks or something like that. I was like, how delusional do you have to be excited to be beating on a development brand?
2 words. First one 4, second one 2, and all you know how to do it. But anywho, do you know Tony Khan had to turn off his Twitter because replies that as AEW Revolution streaming complaints flood social media?
Ooh, that's not good.
So yeah, issues with AEW Revolution hit with new HBO Max issue as fans report audio problems during the main show. Boy, oh boy.
I'll have to go back and check that out. Maybe they'll have it fixed by the time I get to watch it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady at AEW Revolution slapped Shane Taylor.
Wayne Brady,
yes.
Wayne Brady. Wow. Okay. Is he going to wrestle next? I mean, what's going on here?
Well, WWE's got Jelly Roll. AEW's going to give you Wayne Brady.
But at least Jelly Roll, they can make him look good. But yeah, you know what? Wayne Brady's pretty athletic, so we'll have to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles' last match was at the Royal Rumble. Then he came back a few weeks later to say goodbye in Atlanta, and it appears that he's going to be it for the Phenomenal One. But some fans are wondering if AEW could be a possibility. AJ wrestled for practically every pro wrestling company in the world except AEW, and with AEW Revolution coming up, some fans are chattering about the absence in Tony Khan's company coming to an end. Good old Sean Ross Sapp commented on Frightful Select about AJ's current status regarding the upcoming TNA pay-per-view. He said, for some reason, we've still been getting injury inquiries about AJ Styles appearing at Revolution. He isn't planned, and he isn't going to be there. And it appears that AJ Styles won't be at Revolution. Then again, nobody should have really expected to see him there in the first place. Only time will tell when we see him again. But we will see him at the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony during WrestleMania weekend. AJ's retired.
Which, by the way,
if you haven't heard AJ's speech where he says he's retired, He's taking a back office role, behind the scenes role.
Yep.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you've been. You're on delay. Get yourself something.
Who on delay? You on delay?
Who's on delay? I don't know.
You said on delay.
Well, if they're
Going.
on delay, if you're on delay to know that AJ ain't coming to AEW, it's not happening. He's told you this. I mean, I don't know why people are getting like, oh, he's gonna do it's gonna happen. He's gonna go to AEW. Oh, WWE's signed him to a Hall of Fame to keep him from going to AEW. No, he's done. He told you when he was done, he was going to be done. I don't know why this is so confusing for people to understand. But hey, you know what? I can understand why AEW is having a hard time. I can understand why AEW fans are having a hard time because AEW has been accused of eliminating the mental health department. Yes, former AEW coach Sarah Stock is firing off another round of serious accusations against the company, and this time claiming AEW dismantled its mental health support system. This report coming to you from Ringside News. It goes on to say, Stock took to Twitter today where she accused AEW leadership of eliminating the company's mental health department and criticizes several individuals she claims were involved in that situation. In the post, Stock directly called out AEW president Tony Khan and alleged that the company removed its mental health program entirely. She went on to say, and I quote, absolutely deplorable that at Tony Khan and at AEW did to their mental health department and to anyone who asked questions about it. Stock also suggested that certain people inside the company were rewarded after the program was allegedly shut down. Her comment specifically targeted director of performance psychology Chris Manzoni, accusing him of mishandling confidential issues and lacking the proper qualities for the role. She goes on to say, and I quote, it's almost as though somebody got rewarded for eliminating the program. Big bonus at the expense of talent's well-being. Nobody's talking to Manzoni. Anyways, knowing he uses private issues as gossip fodder. Stock went on further by questioning how someone without medical training could be responsible for a company-wide mental health program. She also accused Manzoni of avoiding accountability when questioning about where the program were raised. She went on to say, and I quote, that's what you get when you put someone with no medical training or qualifications in charge of the crisis management, intervention, and medication protocol of an entire company. Manzoni, when asked questions, Stock concluded by claiming the person responsible for the program lacked the knowledge needed to properly administrate mental health care to talent. He can't answer your questions because he has no clue how to administer mental health care. Stock worked in AEW for roughly 2 years before departing the company back in April of 2025. Though the exact reason for her exit was never publicly confirmed at the time, reports indicate that she may have raised concerns internally about the company's mental health program and structural changes to the department. Her latest comments follow earlier accusations she made in December 2025 about alleged backstage disorganization within AEW production meetings. As of now, AEW has not publicly responded to Stock's claims. The production meetings are chaos in AEW? I would have never guessed.
We've heard that before.
No, never. Where have you heard that? This is bloody freaking breaking news. AEW and production meeting chaos? No. No way.
Oh, Mr. Khan, why haven't you blocked me yet? And I have been giving you the worst, the business into everything.
I have to take a call. I'll be right back. Take charge.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Well, since it's just me, and I might as well go ahead and jump to it because no one else is going to talk about it, and you will find it on the show this week. We are heading into getting closer to the finals of the New Japan Cup. So we're going to take a quick break to talk about that real quick as we have your final setup for the 20th as Bolton Oleg will take on Yua Uemura. And we have in the other bracket, quarterfinal matchup, Goto and Callum Newman, Shota Umino and ZSJ. Those are the quarterfinals.
All right.
Can't wait for that.
I had to take an emergency call there, so sorry about that. But yeah,
You're good, brother. You're
via
good, brother. I was giving everyone the update of the bracket for the New Japan Cup. What else I'm going to talk about this week? Because we are almost done with it.
but
So.
yeah, no, yeah, but AEW doesn't care about its mental health, I guess. So
You know what's weird? I thought there was a big. If I'm not correct, if I'm not correct, someone correct me, please. But I do remember that there was such a big push for the mental health benefit with AEW, and I thought Tony Khan was like the man behind that. You just not care anymore.
well, I'm surprised in the aspects of with everything that's going on, why there wouldn't be a real reason for mental health in professional wrestling across the board, with
Right.
TBIs and other traumatic brain injuries and other issues that can arise from addiction. Addiction can be handled through mental health care. Other issues
Mm-hmm.
that can be created in the world of professional wrestling. Why wouldn't mental health be a place and something they designate and take very important in the industry of professional wrestling? I don't know, but I would think if you had one, I don't know why you would get rid of one, but it'll be interesting to see what we find out more in the future.
We shall see. Hold on. What we got here? We're good. We're good. We're
What
good.
is going on there? I didn't post that.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where that came from. Okay.
What is it? What, you leaking OnlyFans pictures, my friend? What's going on?
No, there was I'm looking at the live TikTok on my phone, and there's a message that says YouTube won't work. YouTube won't work, so we have to try live on TikTok tonight. So I don't know if that's an old. I don't know. Anywho, who cares? Anyways, last night, Rey De Reys, AAA's Rey De Reys event went down. The match was good. The sword went to I believe was it the original Americano?
Yes, the original Americano.
It's the original Americano.
Yeah.
Which is always funny when you're talking about the original El Grande Americano. I can't wait till they go.
I think I made this comment on STS Pod a couple weeks back, but I mean I'll make it here too. How over Dom and the Americanos are in Mexico is beautiful.
It's the most crazy thing that Chad Gable is over in America's El Grande Americano, the original El Grande Americano. Chad Gable was the original one. They did that. He got it over. He's huge in America, but in Mexico, Ludwig Kaiser is El Grande Americano, and it's over like huge in Mexico. Like, this is the weirdest thing. Put a mask on a man and send him to Mexico, and he'll be over like crazy. And I'm just like, this is something different.
Yeah, it is. It really is different, and it just cracks me up every time I watch it and you hear the pop. I'm like, wow.
No, it's an insane pop to see him over Ludwig Kaiser as the El Grande Americano in Mexico, beloved by Mexicans, beloved in AAA, just beloved down there. And it's like they're booing the original El Grande Americano. They're cheering the replacement because Chad Gable got hurt. They needed to replace him. They ran with Ludwig Kaiser, and it's the most hilarious thing. But who would ever thought that Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser would be over with some cheap knockoff luchador gimmick? I need to go talk to a friend Bob Tango and see how he feels about them stealing his gimmick, maybe a little bit.
Who knows? But I was going to say, too, I mean, and the other thing that caught me off guard when I was watching it, I was like, Ludwig Kaiser, his Spanish is beautiful, too. Like, damn, bro.
Ludwig Kaiser can speak Spanish, but Chad Gable can't. This is the other great thing they play into this. It's like they're playing that. Chad Gable can't, at least, maybe he can, but in the character he can't speak Spanish. But Lugu Kaiser, who's German, I think he's German.
Yeah,
I
German,
can't
yeah.
speak. It can speak Spanish, and it's just like, this is crazy, and it all works, and it's brilliant, and it's some of the best stuff. And that they've gotten across multiple companies over in WWE on the regular WWE stuff, and
Yeah.
it's over in Mexico. It's just like, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. How good this is. Dominic Mysterio retained the title last night, so he's still the mega champion down in AAA. He beat Vikingo and Omos. Omos looking good down
Yep.
there. He overcame all
Yes.
of that. And everything going down there. There was many El Vikingo. Oh, no, there was a mini wrestler that got involved at some point. I don't know. There were so many things going on.
It was mini Vikingo.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. And you know that we know some of the people that were actually in the Reyes De Reys tournament.
Yeah, I seen that. I was
like, did you see at the beginning of the Rey De Reys, if you watched Rey De Reys in the entry, did you see who was taking a vicious hit? Our boy Jack Cartwheel was in there. And Jack Cartwheel was advertised several times because he was in the Rey De Reys tournament. So that's awesome to see. I can't wait to see him make more of a move, more of a jump in some of the other elements of WWE. Hopefully we get to see him on NXT.
Hopefully, because right now look at who's over there at NXT right now. We've seen him at SPW during the ID matches we've seen. His name just escaped me right now, but he's there too.
Yeah, no, there's several.
I can't remember.
I got to meet.
I know there's several there.
Well, Cappuccino Jones, I got to meet him, which was really cool because Cappuccino Jones comes from my hometown of Oklahoma area, so that was cool to see him. Coffeyville, Kansas, Oklahoma. So we've seen Cappuccino Jones, and we've seen a lot of the other names that have crossed over. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I went to the big WWE ID tournament, so I got to meet a lot of them, shake hands.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I was standing like feet away from the guy behind it. I forget the name. What's his name from WWE ID? Shoot. The Paul Heyman's right-hand man back in the day.
Oh crap! I can't think of the name right now. I know who you're talking about. It's there, but it's not there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean,
this is...
I can't remember who is in charge of a lot of that. I stood feet away from him and didn't realize it was him at first. I wish I could remember his name. And we're not talking about Triple H. We're talking about
ECW.
Oh boy.
Right-hand man. I can think of the only one I could think of is what's his name, Joey Styles, but I don't think it was him.
No, it's not Joey Styles. It's man, he's the guy who sets up all these matches and talks about it all the time, and his name is just completely skipped my mind right now, and it is sad to think that because I stood like feet from him. I know. I didn't realize it was him.
No, it's not. We're ECW's right-hand man with Paul Heyman. We just can't figure out who it is. Mrs. Z was trying to help, but
I heard NXT.
I'm sorry. You're good, love.
I can't find it.
But damn, you were. I was gonna say on the plus side of all this that we've been seeing more ID stuff, but I mean, Timothy Thatcher as the head guy in Evolve.
Yes. That's he's behind all that and doing what he needs to do, and of course,
great worker, a lot of knowledge for sure. They are going to get a lot of knowledge from that man.
Well, yeah, him and Natalia are both running that program now, so that's that is majorly important for what's going on down there, and it's a huge deal.
Yes.
When you talk about WWID, Um, why can I not remember this guy's name? He's blanking my head. And
I don't know.
not happy. Gabe Spicoli.
Spicoli. There you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
And you weren't that far from him?
Yeah.
He was behind you the whole time?
Well, no, he was. He came out of the back after the show was over, and I stood feet away from him when I was talking to Illumide, and I didn't realize it was him because there was a lot of thing going on. So it was like when we were leaving the building, and I was talking to Illumide, because Illumide was there in the crowd attending the show. So
yeah.
Anywho, where do we go now? My brain. Now that I'm back on track, remember that. So Andrade has come out and talked about what his WWE cease and desist that temporarily pulled him away from AEW TV, what that was about. As you know, he had been fired from WWE and then went to AEW, showed up, and then WWE sent a cease and desist. After his WWE exit and returned to AEW in January 2026, Andrade said he was removed from programming following a legal notice from WWE. The situation sparked speculation among fans about whether the move was tied to lingering contract issues or the competitive relationship between the two companies. Andrade addressed the controversy on the Shaq Wrestling when asked directly about the cease and desist situation and whether it was simply business or something more strategic. Andrade chose his words carefully and avoided taking direct shots at WWE. He explained that the situation reflects the competitive nature of the wrestling industry, comparing the rivalry between companies to the way wrestlers compete with each other inside the ring. He goes on, and I quote, "So it's difficult to know. It's difficult to ask this question because, always it's competitive, like wrestlers compete. So imagine companies. So I compete with Kenny, so I want to show everyone I'm better than Kenny. I want to show I'm better than MJF. I want to show like this is the companies too. The companies compete," is what he went on and said. It was basically a legal issue, as we know. It is what it is, and it's in the past.
Exactly.
Rey De Reys. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you got to think, when guys are released, fired, whatever, and majority of the time, there is a lull period that you have to wait out. Non-compete clauses, all this and that. I still think that that's what it was. But, I mean, if he says otherwise, then I guess it was otherwise.
Oh, what's up, Ugly? I didn't see you jump in there. He said Todd Gordon. Yeah, no, it wasn't Todd Gordon. It was Spicoli. Thanks for the help there. Appreciate it.
He's always there.
Yes. If you're still with us, Ugly, we'd love to hear any input you have on the OVW situation.
Yes, sir.
So hit us up. But real quick, Rey De Reys opened, and they had Rey Phoenix come out and introduce Penta. Penta returning with the Intercontinental Champion of Mexico. And this is a big moment. They had their whole celebration, and now it looks like also during the taping, El Hijo del Vikingo confronted Penta in the ring. It's almost present, and there was a lot of talk about the return of the Lucha Brothers in professional wrestling, at least in AAA. What I got, hopefully it's all in wrestling, because we need to see the Lucha Brothers doing more.
Yes. Not on main event no more. Come on, guys.
So it'll be fun to see what the Lucha Brothers do. If this is only going to be in AAA, it might give that shine to them for WWE to go, hey, we need to bring this in. Why not have the Lucha Brothers versus the Usos for those tag team titles at WrestleMania? There's a match that you should book.
Well, there's that one, and then I've made the suggestion too. I mean, why can't we have we can have the Guerrillas of Destiny back as a tag team? Tama and Tongaloa being a solid tag team, but we got to finish this whole bloodline feud and family tree feud, all that mess.
They're part of the MFTs. I don't know what everything's going on with that right now. We got Roman taking on CM Punk at WrestleMania for the title. So it'll be interesting to see how it all comes together and what happens. But I'm interested in seeing Penta and Rey Phoenix, Lucha Brothers back together again.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good one. We already know they're a great tag team, but now that they're going to have not really a they're gonna have limitations, basically, because we know W's not a high spot fest at all.
No, it's going to have its own take on it all. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together and, you know, how people feel about it as we move forward. My brain farted.
Uh-oh.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Oh,
Brock
yeah.
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman supposedly have gone forward and said that Brock Lesnar shouldn't lose until he retires. This is the reports going around as of right now is that he shouldn't lose until he retires, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here. I don't know how factual this information is, but we're talking about Brock Lesnar. A lot of people are speculating that the Brock Lesnar Open Challenge is Obafemi is going to challenge Brock Lesnar. We're going to get Obafemi and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And I think this could be a good match in a sense, but I don't think it has what it needs to as of yet.
No.
I don't think you've built up Obafemi enough to be a real threat to Brock Lesnar.
No.
I feel like it's too early.
It's almost like the card they pulled when when Brock Lesnar was running through everybody in that Royal Rumble a few years back, and they brought out Keith Lee, and you would have thought that maybe it would have been something, but they didn't build Keith Lee to be some kind of dominant force that Brock would have an issue with.
No, it's going to be interesting what happens going forward, but I mean, we have a Brock Lesnar Open Challenge. And I want to throw a monkey wrench into this because there's been a little bit of update to this. There's more talks, but you know who I think should face, who should show up, and who would legitimately be the best person to get a name made, even in a loss. And let me explain. This person can go in and wrestle Brock Lesnar. They can take the loss, but they need to be like John Cena when Brock Lesnar just beat down John Cena, but kept getting up. The perfect person to put in there, and it wouldn't hurt them right now, would be the one and only, and a person that could, like, hang with Brock Lesnar, Royce Keys. You want to re-debut Royce Keys? Have Royce Keys answer that challenge and go in there against Brock Lesnar. Now, as long as they book this right, where Royce Keys, you know, maybe starts off taking down Brock Lesnar a little bit, and then Brock Lesnar starts dominating, but he keeps getting back up. Like, he keeps getting back up. Like, you need to make him look like the vicious machine that Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys, is in this type of matchup. And then you can have Brock Lesnar beat him. It wouldn't hurt him so much.
No.
But I think you can make Royce Keys there.
Yeah. I don't think, so, like, Royce Keys is perfect. It wouldn't hurt him. But I feel like a loss for Obafemi against Lesnar is going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, no, I think it would be really, really bad in that sense to have Obafemi and Brock Lesnar wrestle. I don't think Obafemi gains anything by beating Brock Lesnar. And I don't think Brock Lesnar gains anything by beating Obafemi yet. I think if you want that, you've got to give it time to build up. And I think you need to build Brock Lesnar a little back up to be a monster. Especially if we were ever going to get Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. Because right now, Gunther is vicious. And he'd be a solid candidate against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was more babyface. But, I mean, I don't know where we are with Brock Lesnar or what direction we're going with him.
No, Brock Lesnar's just there for right now. So, just another day in the office.
So, but Brock Lesnar doesn't want to lose. I don't know if this is true. You know, this is a rumor that's going around, so it's interesting that these are coming out, and I don't know if this is some type of thing that's going to come out in the storyline that makes sense, because I don't get why they would push for Brock Lesnar not to lose, unless you're going to build Brock Lesnar not to lose and not maybe wrestle at WrestleMania. I don't know what you do. I don't know who you give to Brock Lesnar that he can beat without hurting them, but still make Brock Lesnar feel good. Until Brock Lesnar crosses paths with Gunther.
Yeah.
And then,
And I know that's kind of like the end game right there. Is eventually we're gonna get to that point, and Gunther's gonna retire him as he's retired everybody else.
so it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out going forward. We're waiting to see
Right.
who will answer Brock Lesnar's challenge for WrestleMania. A lot of open questions there.
Yeah.
A boy from the back no longer works for WWE from last I heard, and we'll see what is going on if there's news. Brian James Armstrong, may have stepped away from behind the scenes of WWE role, but it turns out that he doesn't have to sit on the sidelines before popping up at a WrestleMania event. He's now scheduled to be with Billy Gunn at the whatchamacallit, WrestleCon in Las Vegas this year. I went to last year's, but yeah, Road Dogg is no longer part of the creative team. And as an the Road Dogg was working for WWE as an employee on the creative team rather than under a standard talent contract, meaning his agreement didn't come with the same restrictions many wrestlers face. But as I understand it, he quit. A lot of people are pointing to him and his argument about trying to have Chelsea Green win the Intercontinental Women's title. I forget. But
oh yeah, he made some really bogus comments about it. I heard about that. It is what it is, and the sad part is if things that shouldn't be said out loud get out, and you get the backlash that you get, and and we know W's famous for wanting to nip that problem in the butt before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Your favorite female wrestler is losing all of her titles. It looks like Mercedes Moné drops another title. So,
my favorite? No, I need to. Is there anyone out there in the ether that has subscribed to her text a friend line? I would love to hear from you, just so I know what you were paying for.
So you asked me, I think on Friday, what Jim Cornette had to say, and we found what Jim Cornette had to say about the incident in OVW relating to referee Dallas Edwards. Jim Cornette is going nuclear over the frightening OVW incident left referee Dallas Edwards hospitalized, blasting the promotion, saying the situation may end up in court. The veteran manager and wrestling personality addressed the controversy on his YouTube channel as of yesterday. After watching the footage on the March 12th OVW Rise main event in Louisville, the moment showed Edwards being struck during a diving move before appearing to suffer a seizure in the ring, which we all know. Cornette said the footage was one of the most disturbing injury situations he's ever seen in wrestling. A man getting his tooth knocked out and go through his nose. But, I mean, hey, anyways, referee went into, I go on to say, Jim Cornette said this, and I quote, a referee went into a freaking seizure, as bad as I've ever seen a person having a freaking seizure, including all those boxing knockout videos. What shocked Cornette the most was the match appeared to continue while Edwards laid helpless in the ring. According to Cornette, it should have been obvious immediately that the situation wasn't a part of the match. And he goes on to say, and I quote, and the freaky guy in the ring just kept having the match around him until people started realizing, oh, this guy's having an effing seizure. He's laying there motionless. Then he starts turning over sideways, his legs stiffen up. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. End quote. The longtime wrestling personality also warned that the promotion could face serious legal consequences depending on the referee's condition. Cornette stressed that viewers still don't know the full extent of Edwards' condition beyond the footage circulating around online. Cornette went on to say, and I quote, the bosses over at OVW better have deep pockets, because if it ain't a lawsuit, I've never seen one either from this kid or from his family. We don't know yet. All we've seen is the video that's been put out there. He also described the move that caused the injury as one of the worst in-ring wipeouts he's seen. According to Cornette, the impact itself was extremely dangerous. He added that Edwards' head appeared to slam the mat violently during the collision. He went on to quote, when this big guy, whoever the F guy was, dove off the top ropes, this 6 foot whatever, 200-pound whatever guy just blistered this little referee in the middle of the ring. This was as bad of a wipeout as I've ever seen. His head hit so violently on the back of the mat that it knocked him completely the F unconscious. Cornette then criticized the decision to continue the match while the referee remained down. He also took aim at OVW's reputation as a training environment, questioning whether the promotion is truly equipped to oversee situations like this. Cornette went on to say, the guy who landed on him crouches over him, and you can tell he's like, oh, sorry. Then the other guy comes and picks him up. Okay, here we go. And they leave him. We're not talking about this happening at some random independent show. We're talking about OVW. Cornette argued that the situation like this highlight a bigger issue across similar or smaller promotions. According to Cornette, many promotions try to imitate major companies while still allowing dangerous risk. Cornette went on to say, and I quote, it's becoming a fantasy camp environment, not only in AOVW, but in all of these places. They want to mimic and copy the big promotions, but they're still trying to do all the dangerous stuff that even the professionals get hurt doing. He even compared the situation to a controversial AEW incident years ago involving the Dark Order dragging an unconscious wrestler during a match. Cornette wrapped up his rant with one of his most brutal remarks about the incident, and I quote, for people who remember that, this is like 12 times worse. Nobody would be talking about this television show. They just produced it except for the fact that they may have killed somebody on it. End quote. His explosive comments come just after OVW executive Al Snow released a statement explaining that a communication breakdown contributed to the delay in the stopping of the match. Snow said the company is reviewing procedures and plans to introduce improved safety measures, including enhanced communication skills and additional referee training. Meanwhile, Edwards has confirmed doctors diagnosed him with both a concussion and a subdural hematoma, a type of brain bleed following the incident. He said he plans to step away from wrestling while focusing on recovery. With Cornette now tearing into OVW publicly and the footage continued to circulate online, the incident has sparked intense debate across the wrestling industry about safety standards inside smaller promotions. The guy came off the top rope, and I think that, you know, the ref should at least have known that this bump was going to happen. This should have been a planned spot. The discussion should have been, yes, it looks like several things in this went wrong. The way, I think, I forget, Brandon Balling, I think was the man giving the move, came off. You know, it came with a lot of force. I don't know if this young referee, Dallas Edwards, was ready for it,
right?
And he did not. There's a certain way you're supposed to take moves when you get trained, and you should be trained. Even as a referee, you should do basic training. If you're going to do anything in the wrestling ring, you're going to step between those ropes, you should have some minimal training, some basic wrestling skills to be able to do in case you get into a place where there's going to be a move. I mean, I learned that because I got in a position where I was given a move, I did okay, and then I'm like, you know what, I need to learn what I'm doing in here so I can, if some other position comes, I know what to do to be safe. And I you know, there's just elements in this that you can look at, and the many things went wrong. The way everybody landed in that just didn't work out, I think, according to the way that it should all. And it's just a sad, tragic event. All I can say is hopefully everybody does better. Hopefully everybody gets better. So, I mean, you know, a lot of people are going to have feelings, and it's going to be what it is, and we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, no. So there's what Jim Cornette had to say about it for you.
Well, there we go. We knew he was going to lose his mind on it, and damned if he did not.
A major championship match has been set for March 16th episode of WWE Raw, but it was a reaction from WWE newcomer that quickly grabbed attention online. After WWE announced that AJ Lee will defend the Women's Intercontinental Champion against Bayley on Raw, Danhausen jumped in the conversation with a suggestion that certainly escalated things. Responding directly to WWE's announcement on social media, Danhausen kept his message short but dramatic. And I quote, he went on to say on the social medias, "Make this an Inferno match." The comment came in response to WWE's promotional graphics for the championship bout, which confirmed that Lee will put her title on the line against Bayley during Monday Night Raw, I guess. The match announcement is part of a stacked lineup for the March 16th episode of Raw, which is also set to feature appearances from Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Natalya is also scheduled to face Maxine Dupree and a rematch after a controversial previous encounter. And Danhausen's fiery suggestion may not become reality, but it surely added some extra humor and hype to the upcoming championship match. Would you actually want to see AJ Lee and Bailey turned into an Inferno match? No, I don't need to see Bailey or AJ Lee in an Inferno match. I already worry a little bit about AJ Lee, and I love AJ Lee, and I have her hoodie, I have her shirt, I have her tank top. I mean, I bought all that stuff immediately. I love AJ Lee. I'm glad to see AJ Lee back for whatever amount of time she's going to be back, but I don't necessarily need to see her in an Inferno match.
No.
I still see where she's shaking off some of that ring rust, which I don't put her down for, but you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. But again, it's Danhausen. If you don't know who Danhausen is, go research Danhausen. Get a kick out of it. Get a laugh out of it. It's entertaining.
No, if you and this is, I always tell people all the time who don't know him, go back on a few episodes of Cornette's podcast during the pandemic, because they were in love with Danhausen's crazy antics anyways. So that'll give you a really good, thorough investigation, whoever's curious about Danhausen. He's gimmick.
Yes.
And W knows how to make money with it. So by all means, I'm going to enjoy it. But an Inferno match? Come on, Danhausen. Really?
He's going to make the company money, and that's what they brought him in for.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else can we talk about here? Rey Mysterio, no. So a lot going on. It looks like we're gonna have a big Monday Night Raw. AEW is wrapping up the Revolution pay-per-view, so that should be what it is if you're an AEW fan.
Yeah.
So pictures of Cody Rhodes playing Guile in the new Street Fighter are out. So there you go. Fun.
That's going to be very interesting. I was like, when this movie drops, it's going to be an interesting one to watch. Let's see how they did with it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be interesting to see as we move forward what it's going to be like and everything. But yeah.
Thank you.
Taz took to Twitter about the incident from OVW, saying, just want to chime in here briefly as an elder statesman and the promoters. Please have a trained professional doctor or paramedic ringside on site for all events. I know money is tight for a lot of promotions, but it could be the difference between life or death. The biz is dangerous. And that's a perfect statement to wrap that all up in.
Yeah. That not much to it. Right to the point. We're good.
So, I've been playing WWE 2K. It's going. There's goods, there's bads. It is, you know, what it is. Love it or hate it. Some of the stuff is
you're stuck on, you're stuck on the career mode right now, aren't you?
I've made it through the career mode, or I've done I've done the I forget what they call it. I've done the career mode. Yeah, I've completed that twice through now. As a babyface, as a heel. It's played out nicely. But some of the My Faction stuff, I've started doing some of the island stuff. There's some of those My Faction things I'm just like, this is a little ridiculous. Like, you guys don't need to make it that ridiculously hard to get through some of these. Like, it's like ridiculous. Like, there's one where you fight Chad Gable, and the minute he gets you in a submission, you're just like, no matter how fast you push that button, you're like, it's like, no. So
yeah, no.
It is fun. It is what it is. But yeah, no. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything you wanted to add to this conversation?
No, but let's get ready for Raw. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Raw's going to be a great show, and we know this coming week is going to be fun, as always. Lots of stuff to talk about coming up in the next few days. It is March. Man, we are already in the middle of March. We're already 2.5 months into a new year, and we are racing quite quickly to stuff. Of course, let's see. It looks like SPW should be just wrapping up in Elk Grove right now. I mean, we should be right on the verge of seeing Supreme Pro Wrestling, Go Hard to Go Hard, wrapping up tonight.
Yes.
And coming up this weekend, we'll talk more about it on the IWCP, the Independent Wrestling Community Podcast. Big Time Wrestling with an event going on. UGWA, Valley Wrestling, Fearless Lucha Libre, SVN, XWW, Oasis Pro Wrestling, One Ring, West Coast Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Revolution, East Los Lucha, Orange County Wrestling. And so lots of stuff. Dragons Den have a big show coming up next, not this week, but the following week after that, with a lot of other shows. I think Ugly has some other shows coming up. So a lot that we're going to be talking about this Thursday when we give you the IWCP and break down all the relative events going down that you can check out to find out where you can
we got to ask Ugly how he's feeling about last night, because I heard he had a hell of a match with Timmy for the SAC Metro belt. So I want to know how that match went.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what information we can hear about that. So might have to check out the socials for that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anywho, I guess that is it. We're going to wrap up. We've hit an hour and 3 minutes, so there's no reason to keep beating the dead horse right now. We've done 102 views on TikTok, so that's a good number. We did 31 views on YouTube, so hopefully more people watch us and turn it out. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join us, follow us, do all that great stuff. Everything is available in the link tree, links and everything below. Stay tuned. We'll be back. If nothing else comes up, if there's not some major event that comes up or something that we have to feel to talk about, we'll be back Thursday with a maybe a live session of the IWCP. It's just about timing. So stay tuned, stay with us. Make sure you got that bell for notifications so whenever we go live or anything else goes on, you're going to hear about it. Stay tuned on TikTok. The Value Wrestling is on TikTok, Instagram, and the YouTubies, and we should be good. So yeah, tell them good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We are going to get out of here with that, right? Yeah. Where's that? There we go. There we go.